Today we're going to review the 18-volt Makita compatible snow shovel from Mellif. If you want to make it easier on yourself, don't injure your back anymore, and that cost you an arm and a leg, then this might be the tool for you. First, I would like to thank Mellif for sponsoring the snow shovel for this video for honest reviews and tests with no strings attached. This is the model MFSS03-12. You're going to have your snow shovel handle, extension shaft, your instruction, your snow shovel head assembly, and in this box you will find a 4-amp battery from Mellif, or you can use your own Makita battery, and you're going to find a charger, which is a 4-amp hour charger. Now the Mellif 18-volt lithium battery pack have the same feature as the big brand name batteries. They have the overheated protection, and it won't let you discharge your battery too much when it's in the tool. Has the light to tell you how much charge there is into the battery. Same goes with the charger. Has the short circuit protection, overheated protection, overcharged protection. Now, one neat thing that Mellif does with all of their chargers is they give you that Velcro, so you can keep your charging cable all nice and neat. Now, this snow shovel is very easy to assemble. So grab your intermediate shaft. The bottom part, the smallest part of the shaft, goes into the head of your snow shovel. There's arrows on the shaft, and there's also an arrow onto your head unit. So line up the head unit arrow at the front with the arrow on your intermediate shaft. Now there's only one way that it can go because of those tabs. Slide this together just like so, and now you put the sleeve down and just screw it on until it stops. Now you don't need to use any tools for this. We're gonna do the same thing with our handle, and the color of this snow shovel is amazing. I love that dark green like this and a little bit of red. One neat thing compared to the other snow shovel that I reviewed before from Mellif is that they changed the design of the handle, and now you just have to press the button on each side and it releases the handle, so you can put it in whatever position that you wish that is more comfortable for you. You can move that handle down by just loosening up those screws here and moving it down the shaft. The auger can clear up snow up to a 12-inch wide and 6-inch tall. You can move the directional vane on there, or a snow blade, depending which company you're dealing with. They're calling it different, but they're all the same. So you can move them 30 degree one way or 30 degree the other way. There's a scraper at the back, a brushless motor into the inside, and to keep the brushless motor cold running, then they put those vents in the back of the shovel. The auger is just plastic, which most of the cordless snow shovel out there are plastic auger. Plastic is pretty thick. I never end up breaking one in any of the other snow shovel that I reviewed from this company before, so they seem to be pretty good. And the only thing that I have to tell you with those snow shovel, with this model of auger here, is that it's very tight going across the scraper and at the top of your housing in here. So what happens is, if you're having some wet, heavy snow, or snow that compacts really hard, and you're pushing your shovel too fast against it, then it's going to grab too much snow at once in here, and it's going to try to compact it into this opening, and then instead of throwing it, it's going to get jammed up. If it gets jammed up, no problem. You just turn the auger backwards and it frees up the snow, and you can keep going. For a 4-amp hour 18-volt battery, or 20 volt if you're talking with DeWalt, but they're 18 volt anyway. So I'm able to clear up about 4-inch of light snow in my driveway, which is a 3-car driveway. But now those shovels have been designed to clear up patios and paths around your house, not really your driveway, but you can do it. But why would you take my word for it? Let's go try it out. So let's do a couple passes on the Slush and see how it handles it. As you can see from the pass, it barely leaves anything on the asphalt, and it throws the snow pretty high, almost above that snowbank. Now let's try to go through that snowbank. As you can see, I already did a couple passes here. There's some heavy snow and wet snow and hard snow in here, but it doesn't seem to have any pieces of ice, so it's perfect. Now, if you go too fast like this, you're gonna stall the shovel. I'll show you again. See, it stalled the shovel. So all you have to do if it's stalled is you just rotate it backwards like this, get that packed snow out of there, and you can go again. If you go gentle and not too fast with it, it will do the job for you. You don't have to force it. Now, let's go and try it on deeper snow. So this is what we have to deal with today. So the snow, as you can see, is a little bit higher than 6 inch with a layer of ice at the bottom. But just like the rest of it is heavy packing snow, wet snow. I can feel the water going on my hand right now. But let's just see how it handles it. The thing here why it's catching is because the ice is not super solid in here. So as you can see, I started to dig through the ice because it's kind of soft. It's almost like a little ice palette all compact together. So because of that, that's not the perfect test for that amount of snow, the wet snow, because you have to be gentle towards the top or you'll dig into that ice, and then the side of the shovel beside the auger kind of gets stuck from letting you move forward. But it can do it. Like I did a pass earlier, I did another pass right now, as you can see, and it throws the snow pretty far. It threw the snow all the way up there. So it does what it's rated for, and it does save your back for heavy snow. So now if it's snowing or if it just rained and then it's gonna have some snow on top, you might have a little bit of trouble the next day. So you might want to go out a couple times during the evening to do a little bit of snow and do a few inches at the time instead of waiting for the whole accumulation to fall down. But that would be the same thing if you would use your regular snow shovel, so you don't end up, injuring your back, right? Now, in my opinion, this is a pretty good snow shovel. It does what it's supposed to be able to do. It's a good option if you have some Makita batteries already, because the Makita snow shovel, the one that they sell that I saw online anyway, is a 2-piece. You have to buy the power handle and then the attachment snow shovel in here. And in Canada, it's gonna run you like almost $1,000. It'll be pretty close to $1,000. So this here, I believe this is what, like $220 Canadian or something like this. So for that price, that's a steal. And you can't put a price on your back. So if you're interested in the snow shovel, I have Amazon storefronts in Canada, US, UK, and Australia. And I'm going to put the link for the snow shovel into those Amazon storefront if they're available in your country. I'm also going to have a link for the direct website for Mellif, where you can find a snow shovel as well. I hope you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you're interested in more snow shovel or outdoor equipment review and test. I always try to test stuff the hard way. So, there's the outdoor equipment here. Click on that, go watch it. We'll see you in the next video.